Hey guys. I need 2 things, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I need a venti strawberry acai refresher with a lemonade base.
Okay.
And I would like 3 scoops of matcha with that, please. And I also need a PB&J protein box.
Hey, Mom.
I need 2 of those,
Can you
actually.
give me a lunchbox?
We have those.
Okay.
Mom, can you give me a lunchbox?
All right. 2 PB&J.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Hey, Mom, can I have a lunchbox?
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Hey,
It'll be
Mom, can I have a fruit box?
Yes, baby, I got you a box. Hey, you guys, good morning. So I got my Starbucks order out of the way. I got Tinley and I both
Hi,
little
guys.
lunch boxes.
Hi, guys.
So just so you guys know, I want to thank...
Go to them.
Yes, Tinley is full of it today. I just want you guys to know, I've got Tinley with me.
I got case of the, Dad got case of the ornery for Dad.
You got a case of the Henris from your dad.
No.
Jacob is home. He got home last night. He came home early to spend today with us and tonight with us. We're fixing to head to the farm to video horses, and my child has a case of the Henris.
up last night and I filled up.
You didn't throw up. Daddy did.
Me too. Last night.
Poor Jacob. He's,
Hey!
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 Tell him Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
who are you talking to?
The people that are watching us on here, baby.
Well, what's the name?
Andrea, thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate it.
Hey.
Make sure that if you guys have time today, go on to YouTube. It is just YouTube, and you can go to the gauge. You also, of course, it's just kind of a shame because when you go on Instagram or you go on YouTube, the comment section is full of people that just have really positive things to say. And of course, people on Facebook are being kind of ugly. Like, not a lot. Like, it's more positive comments. But if you have time, just make sure that you guys go to the gauge and let them know that you listened and that you liked it. Just because I want to throw support their way. Like, they didn't have to let me on there. Like, they gave me an amazing opportunity. And I will tell you that I have received a lot of... Yes, ma'am, we are.
Can you give me a fruit box?
I did. But we have received a lot of people that just really have said things like, wow,
Mommy, give me a doll.
I stand behind what you do, or, you know,
Hey, Mommy.
Slaughter does need to come back to the U.S. Like, we've...
more dollars.
Actually, baby, you don't need more dollars. I have dollars. You don't need dollars. I have them. Sorry, you guys. My toddler, she said, I have a case of the Henris today. Like, she woke up with the Henris. Do you hear me? Okay.
Hey, Mom.
I think I have a bunch of, I have points. I don't know how many. Oh, I think I've been using them. I don't know.
I need a
Oh,
star
sorry.
party.
Sorry.
Mom, I need
She's
a
like-
star party.
We need a star party?
Yeah.
Thank you, Penny. I really appreciate that. You know what I think is really neat? I've had a lot of people say, like, my husband won't normally listen to a lot of women podcasts, but my husband enjoyed yours. And I think that it just made me feel like at least there's a lot of rational from my viewpoint. Tammy, thank you. But you and John are both great. How is everybody? How's the pony? Tinley has a case of the Henris today. Just please bear with me. It has been that day where my child has been. She woke up Henri.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. And here's this.
See if you have points.
I have some. I've been using a lot of them though, just because I looked up and had like almost 1,000, and I think we've got it down to like 100 or something.
Okay. Yeah, they're 97.
Okay, and can I use those or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll let you use 25. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, you guys. So let me give Tinley her little. Please. And then I'll just pull up and get out of the way. Yeah, thank you. Hold on, Tinley. Let me pull up here. I love you.
Hey, do you have a lunchbox?
Yes, I have your lunchbox right here.
Do you have a lunchbox?
Listen.
Did you get your lunchbox?
Tell Kevin I said hi.
Hi, Kevin Nathan.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Sharon. Say hi. Say hi to people, Tinley. Just so you all know, this is, you know.
I woke up with orneries. My dad didn't give my orneries. Your dad gave them to me.
My dad gave you the case of the Henris?
Yeah.
Grampy did it?
Yeah.
What was Grumpy doing to give you the orneries? He tickled you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He gives me the ornaments.
She woke up this morning and told me, I'm ready to go back to my Grammys. Can we go there for the day? And I said, baby, it's not close to just run to it's not close to just run to Grammys. And she said, that's okay. We'll just call. She did. She literally told me this morning, she woke up and she walked, so obviously Tinley snuggles me, but she rolled over and I was already kind of up. She walks in and she goes, hi, I'm up now. And I said, hi, I'm glad you're up. She said, I woke up with the orneries. And I thought, oh, there's going to be a lot going on today if you woke up with the orneries. And she has just been ornery ever since. But one thing I will say, I hate how much over the years that people who have bought horses from us, like, for all of you, and I'm telling you guys, if you have bought horses from us and you love them, will you please post? And if you know somebody that has bought horses from us and they love them, just have them post. Like, we have a group dedicated to the success stories, and we're going to start, I think daily. I honestly think that I'm going to just pre-make the post and daily do updates.
Daisy.
So please, you guys, the reason I want this is because, one thing that we talked about a little bit on the podcast, but off the podcast, is how people that are satisfied don't say a lot, but like the squeaky wheel always gets the most attention. And there are so many people out there that have just seen my name attached to negative things, and that's just all they've seen. They've never seen the success stories. They've never seen the thousands of lives changed. They've never seen that part of it. They just see this lady bought a skinny horse and she's fucking pissed and she's online like dragging me for filth, when the truth is she knew she was buying a skinny horse. She knew she was. It's not our fault. And that's the thing is, we sell 3,100 horses, and there might be 5 people that get online this year and like just fucking throw a big ass fit, and that's all people on Facebook see are those 5 people. Like, we all collectively have to get better about voicing our positive opinions. That does not happen. Like, silence means you're satisfied, and if you're not satisfied, you throw a fit and everybody sees it. And so at the end of the day, we have to remember that it's not okay, that it is absolutely not okay to only voice your opinion when it's negative. Like, there's going to be 1,000 or more people that watch this today. There will be a couple thousand that watch it on replay. I really need for you guys to get better about being positive. People need to hear positive reinforcement, and it starts with us, and it starts with us as parents. Like, the one thing I can tell you is we need to also teach our children that when something is negative, it is our responsibility to sit with our emotions and to say, like, this is a negative experience in my life. I don't like it, but I need to handle it. If it's bad enough, get an attorney and sue. If it's bad enough, get an attorney and sue. Otherwise, like, and like Chance said it best when he said, people want that 2 minutes of attention. And you know what? For the people that are like, oh, this is a hard pass for me, I'm not listening to this podcast. What have you done in your life? What have you done in your life that is great enough that you deserve a podcast? Let's talk about that. Let's get you on a podcast. If you think mine is a hard pass and you don't want to listen to it, perfectly fine. That is your choice. But maybe you need to be on there. What have you done deserve? Like, what are you doing in your life that people need to hear about? Because I'm all for it. I'll be the one that messages in. If you talked crap about me, I'm not going to talk crap about you back, because I'm not going to pretend like I know enough about a stranger.
Mom, look what I got.
And I'm not going to base my opinion of a stranger off of what other people say. Yes, baby. That's your peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I like it.
I just turned that corner and the sun was in my face and my nose is doing the thing. But we have to get better about sharing the positive. I mean, I would give anything for today, by the end of the day, for the success group and it says Kill Pin and Auction Horses JT Livestock. That group has 46,000 people in it, and I would give absolutely anything for that group.
Oh, flies in the car.
Yeah, there are flies, baby. We haven't had a freeze yet, baby. And then for the group that's over that...
Can you let the flies out?
Well, I don't know that they'll go, baby, but we can try.
Can you put that more down the wall?
No, because I know you will throw stuff out the window. I have been your mom for 3 years now, and I am aware. There you go. Flies went out the window. We got it. Good job. So what I can say is that I would love for that group to be flooded, and then just copy and paste what you wrote and the pictures, and then go to the success story. There's a Kill Pin and Auction Horses success story group. Just post your successes in both of those, and I'm going to copy it and I'm going to share it on my every day in the story on our page. I'm going to have Heather every single day, because she helps to edit the page. I'm going to get Heather to just screenshot and share to the story 1 or 2 success stories every day. That way you guys can go to the stories on my page and just look through all the positive things that people have posted, because every one of us deserve to know that the attention that you give these horses pays off. Like, if you guys didn't watch my videos, share. And that's where people, like, yes, I take pictures. Yes, I do the videos. Yes, I spend my time doing this. But if I didn't have people on social media who liked, comment, and shared, who come here all the time, who advocate for the horses, who advocate for me, who know that the things that I do aren't perfect, but you still stand behind the bigger purpose. If I didn't have you guys, I couldn't do what I do. So you deserve to get to see all the good. And I want for anybody that's ever bought a horse from us to know, once you get it home, there's a lot of people out there that deserve genuinely to see the success stories, because they advocated for your horse. And I know that you're the one that took it home. You're the one that saved its life. You're the one, but there were people before you who loved it enough to share and to try to advocate for that horse. And I want for you guys to, as buyers, to please understand that, yes, it's your horse. Yes, you did amazing. We want to celebrate with you. And I think there's a lot of people that don't realize that. I'm going to speak on something that I sold a horse named Zan's Blue Holly. I still have his registration papers because that lady told me she was returning him. She tried to charge him back on her credit card. She absolutely acted insane after she got the horse home. I loved that horse and we had 0 problems. And then she told me, well, I did research after I bought him from you. Well, first of all, you should have done research before you bought him, because I didn't do any research. I take the horses that come to my property at face value. I do not care what any person before me says about this horse. I don't care. Because if I dig on any of these horses long enough, I will find a reason to feel like they don't deserve a home. So I don't do any research. I mean, whatever story they sold with at the sale barn is all that I know. But what I base the horses on is, once they get to my property, how do they work for us? Zan's Blue Holly is a horse that myself, Jacob, Brandon, Jess, we all rode him. But you know what? We treated him like a horse. We treated him like a horse. So he got home, he got fresh. She said he was overly reactive. She had spent too much. But I had multiple people offer to buy the horse from her after she got him home because he was not a bad horse. Well, now, of course, she's a hero and she's like, I'm going to make this work for you. She's posting, not in my group, but in the hate group, being some kind of a white knight. It's white knight syndrome about how she bought. First of all, you bought a horse that people had dumped. She deserves recognition. She deserves a pat on the back. She did give him a home. She is working with him. But to pretend like she got fucked over and she bought a horse that she paid way too much for. She didn't pay too much for him. I could take him back and get every dollar that she paid for him back to another person. Just here, that's the thing. The market is high. You are not going to buy a registered 4, 5, or 6-year-old that is broke, ready to kind of go on and have a job that is sound in today's market for under $6,500. You're just not going to do it. They're not out there. So if you paid less than about $6,500, you didn't overpay. If you paid less than $5,000, you stole it.
I like sandwiches.
So it doesn't matter if they're reactive. It doesn't matter. And the thing about horses being reactive is it's because they don't trust you. So if a horse is reactive around you, take a step back and spend 30 days. Respect is non-transferable. Safety, feeling safe is non-transferable. You're not going to put my kid in your car and her go places with you and feel safe. I can tell you, Elizabeth was driving and my child cried for like 10 minutes. I was like, I want my mom to drive. Why is Elizabeth driving us? My kid didn't know. My kid didn't know. So respect and safety and all of those things are non-transferable. It is trust that you have to build. My child loves Dara and loves Elizabeth now because she's been around them enough that if I needed to leave her, she would stay.
Don't leave me.
I'm not leaving you. But you love Dara? You love Elizabeth? And Jess? Those are your friends, huh, baby? But she didn't feel that way when they first started working for me. She didn't know them. Had I been like, here, go with Elizabeth the first week or two that Elizabeth worked there, my child would have screamed and cried. She's a spoiled brat, first of all. But second of all, now she'll go with them willingly. Like, as soon as she gets out of the car, she's like, peace, Mom, I'm going with Elizabeth. But you know what? I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that the horse didn't like this lady. The horse didn't know her. And that's all that animals know. The horse didn't know the new situation. It's been from somebody that maybe wasn't great to it. And she was like, well, he was a stud and they have colts off of him. Well, when I bought him, he was a gelding. So how should I have known that? I kept being told, well, you should have done your research. No, I'm not. And I want anybody that ever looks at a horse on my property to know, I have bought horses that 3 owners ago, they were like, man, that was my child's horse. My 5-year-old rode that horse everywhere. But stuff has happened since then to now that horse is too reactive for a child. Now, does that mean with work it can't go back to being a kid's horse? Absolutely not. But the horse that stands in front of me on my property today is not a kid's horse. So it works 2 ways. Like, 3 owners ago, it may have been a stud, bred mares, and a bronc. But 3 owners later standing on my property, the horse is golden. It works the opposite way. 3 owners ago, it was a show horse and they sold it for $25,000, and today it's been through a sell barn because somebody has done enough trauma in its life that it no longer ties up. You can't hardly saddle it. So it goes both ways. I don't do research on the horses I purchase because the truth is, it's kind of like my spouse. I've never asked Jacob. I'm not that person. I've never been like, so what's your body count? How many bitches you been with? I don't know, honestly. I've lived with Jacob for 10 years and I can't tell you how many people he slept with. I don't want to know. Does that make sense? Like, I just know about the man that is in front of me and the way that he treats me, period. So with the horses, I can't tell you about their history. All I can tell you is about the horse that stands in front of me and the experience we've had with it. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. You might not have the same experience because you might do things completely different than us. But if you buy a horse and you're having trouble and we didn't have trouble, what we need to do is collectively get together and do everything we can to help you get that horse back on the right track. Because these horses have been through a lot of change. And I think that people that will say anything negatively about a horse that they bought from me is somebody that's not doing their due diligence. Because I buy a lot of horses that aren't what they were supposed to be, and it doesn't make it a bad horse or that they were a bad seller. It just means that this wasn't what I was expecting. So I have 2 options. I can either sell the horse to somebody that is expecting this, or I can work with the horse, because no problem is uncorrectable. I have learned no problem is uncorrectable, and most lamenesses are not permanent. So lameness isn't permanent, and problems are correctable. So why are we going to bitch and moan and complain and kick our feet when a horse isn't perfect?
Mom, we have a stoplight.
It's an individual thing on a person or a horse. And I don't care about what I care about is what stands directly in front of me. And I think that's another thing that we need to start doing. We need to start remembering that there are people that will tell you I am a piece of shit bitch, and they're right. I probably am a piece of shit bitch to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. But in the back of your mind, you should think to yourself, man, I had great experiences with her, so what the fuck did you do to get that response out of her? Because I don't just wake up every day being like, I'm going to be a piece of shit to people today. But I can tell you that I will match energies. All right. So I match energies times 10, you guys, and I can tell you, just from this point forward, if anybody ever tells you that I was a piece of shit, I probably was. Just know, she probably was. She can be. But I also want you to know that I didn't just wake up and decide to be that way. And I can tell you that I am the one person that if you approach me with calm energy and you want to discuss anything, I can also be extremely. You want my apples? Okay, let me open my box and give you my apples. We need to give her my apples. So at the end of the day, If you hear good about me, it's true. It's absolutely true. There's no lie to any of the good that people say about me. If you hear bad about me, the truth is I probably did act like a complete bitch to those people and pissed them off enough that they felt like they needed to get online and talk shit about me. But at the end